What's up, people? Welcome back. I am back, so welcome particularly back for that. Yeah, I'm back after fucking maybe 2 weeks off. Yeah, it's the summer, you know what it is. Kind of difficult to get shit done indoors. So, but I'm back. I'm planning on resuming the usual schedule of YouTube videos. Maybe a bit lighter on the let's play front. I don't know if I'm gonna keep going with the Baldur's Gate let's play, to be honest. Kind of got bored of that. Also, the reason I haven't made any Minecraft videos for a while is because something happened where I deleted the world that I was on. That's a total accident. I legitimately just I ran Minecraft to the Prism launcher, and I thought that just deleting a what's it called, like a profile or something like that, like, was just an instance, right? Was just gonna just change the version and not like remove the entirety of every save I had. Maybe that's not the case, and maybe I'm just stupid. Maybe I'm just not used to that. But to the Prism launcher is my first time using it since I'm on Linux, because I used to be on Windows for a while and didn't really use that because I didn't need it. But either way, I just deleted the world, and that kind of bummed me out. I mean, I didn't really care for the world itself, but it's, you know, it's the progression of the videos going through and seeing it evolve was kind of fun. So I started a new world just to play on my off time, and I was like, oh, I might as well just do my usual Minecraft content on there, you know, that I used to do, yapping at the camera and playing Minecraft in the background, but in a world that's not necessarily like just for the let's play, right, but for just for me as well, you know, in my off time, if you will. So I'm going in this video I'm just going to, I don't have a plan or anything. I'm just going to go over the world that I built. As you can see, I'm working on some fields. Also, as you can maybe notice, I am in hardcore mode. I usually am horrible at hardcore. I usually die within the first few hours, but I think this time around I'm doing pretty well. Let's see how long I've been playing. I've been playing for 11 hours, you know, that's a half a day pretty much, which is really not bad for me. I usually just don't last much more than you know, 3 hours, so I'm quite proud of that. I mean, proud is one way to say it, actually. I don't know if I'm proud of that. I am, but that's a bit, you know, that's not enough. I'm happy with that, but I want to go more, you know. So let me showcase the world. So you can see I have a little harbor area right here. I mean, I'm trying to make it so all the river is kind of like the main vein of the world right now. It's how I move, and I kind of want it to, like, when you leave here, my main base area, my starter area, I want it so on one side you have maybe industrial or at least built out things, and on the other side you have like rolling hills with wheat growing on it. So that's what I'm working on right now. So this is a little harbor area. You have 2 docks, you have 2 piers, you have 2 wharfs. I don't know the difference between each of these words, but I know that they all mean something that juts out into the water. And you have a little like warehouse, I guess, of the docks, with the little thing that pulls out the, I don't know what that's called. You have here a docking bay for any type of trucks, I guess. And I'm building out the interior. with shelves. I don't have enough wood just yet to finish the shelves, but you know, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. And upstairs there's gonna be also more shelves and maybe a storage area. And this window got broken. Probably a kid threw a rock at it. So yeah, this is the little arbor area, which is really nice. I really enjoy it. You follow this little path, and you happen upon a greenhouse here with a water jug, well, container, that, you know, what's it called, drains into the a jar that you use to harvest your wheat. Right now I just have wheat on this world. I haven't found any source of alternative crops, but the plan in the future for this little greenhouse is to have all types of what's it called, crops. Actually, I just realized that I have a lot of berries, so I might as well plant one here. For the first like few hours of this, until very recently, when I started to make the rolling hills over there, I was only living off of berries, which is horrible. It's annoying as fuck. But anyways, I like the back of this greenhouse is a little bit, you know, some greenery and stuff like that. I'm quite proud of that, because I love greenhouses and I love making them in Minecraft, but this is kind of like my best one so far. I had an old world of mine where I tried to make a big greenhouse, and I was kind of somewhat happy with that, but it was really not the scale I wanted it. But you go around here, I planted some birch. There's a hive, and I love the bees around here. They're really nice. Also, I wanted to say there's a custom tree here. Yeah, another here. So this is a little garden with a table and a custom-made sawmill. And my favorite flower, the lily of the valley. But this is only the tip of the iceberg, because this is my little hobbit hole where I am living out my days pretty much in the first part of this world. So you have a little tessellated ground with a stripped birch log. You have a little pantry here. I mean, technically it's a pantry in lore, but obviously it's my storage area where I put anything. A little I need to get wax, by the way, because this is getting green. I don't want it to be green, but this is my little like dining room with a little buffet here. Not a buffet, what's it called? A cabinet here, or painting, classic painting. I hadn't used paintings in Minecraft pretty much since I was like a child, so I was quite surprised to see how many new paintings there are, and how I had never seen any of them in the game. So for instance, like this is new to me. Okay, obviously this one is new to me, this is new to me, and stuff like that. So I was really just surprised how many different new paintings they added. But I wanted a classic feel, and I also wanted, you know, oh, this one's nicer actually. This is also a classic one anyways. I wanted one that size. I don't know if they added more of that size actually. Maybe I could look it up. And a little potted plant here. This is a work in progress, but this is going to be the kind of living room, like cozier area with a what's it called? A chimney, a fireplace. I haven't really built it out. I'm kind of waiting for the cushions update to come out so I can make nicer couches. And it's quite small, so I'm kind of wondering how I'm gonna do that. So I don't really want to go too fast. This way is a mushroom farm, which is basically unproductive, and a gravel quarry. Yeah, I thought I could use that for my main source of food, in the beginning, but I was obviously mistaken, because these things don't grow very fast at all. And this is, I mean, kind of like I wanted to gauge how long the hill was in this direction, and as you can see, it's very, very, very long. You know, I'm actually very far from having seen the bottom of it. So I wanted to see if I had room to build things a bit more, and so I'm going to be extending this hallway here a bit farther in that direction to add a master bedroom and probably a guest bedroom, because as you can see right now, I'm sleeping in the middle of nowhere. And this is just an alternate entrance to the hobbit hole that just gives here. And also the fireplace links to a chimney right out there. So yeah, that's all I've pretty much done. As you can see, decked out in copper armor and stuff like that. I have a lot of copper tools and even stone sword. So I'm taking it very, very, very slow, because I'm so unused to hardcore and stuff like that, and I'm so used to like dying in my usual words that I'm trying to really be decked out before I do anything too dangerous. I might want to explore. Oh, this is my mining area, by the way. This is my mining shaft. Yeah, I kind of am pondering whether I should, because I really like all the large blocks from the large forest, the caves. I mean, like the what's it called, moss and stuff like that, and azalea trees and leaves. But they're usually kind of dangerous to explore, at least for me, because I'm stupid. And I know there's one in that direction. There's a actually, I don't know if it's actually this way, because I remember seeing an azalea tree, but I don't know if it's in this direction actually. I might be mistaken there actually, because I did go back and forth a lot to a dark oak forest in that direction, like to build some things, and the piers actually. And I did come across an azalea tree, but I don't know if it's on boat or on foot, because at the time I think I didn't have the boat network. I also no, it was when I got the mushrooms from the dark forest that I saw them. So I was definitely on foot. Try not to trample the crops right here, because this is kind of dangerous, you know, dangerous. Yeah, so I'm going to find my azalea tree to mark it down a bit better. Hopla. I love having. I need to get a farm, a chicken farm going, but I've had no luck so far in my chicken breeding, which consists mostly of grabbing an egg and throwing it down in my graveyard. I'm in my backyard, front yard actually. So yeah, every time I go out, I try to get as many eggs as possible, but I'm not having any luck with that. I do love having a lot of chickens clucking around in my areas in Minecraft. It does bring a lot of life to a place, you know. But I'm not finding many chickens, unfortunately, and I'm also not finding the azalea tree, unfortunately. I wish I had written down the coordinates, but I did not, because I'm silly. Oh, there you go. There it is. Let's actually take a screenshot of the coordinates. And yeah, so I love these trees for basically everything. I love the leaves. I love the flowery leaves. I love the roots that they make. I love everything that's under them, obviously. If you don't know, these are indicators of a lush cave under them. And the lush caves has a lot of greenery for you to get and transplant to your home garden. And as someone who actually loves to garden in Minecraft, that's pretty much like building little gardens and lush areas is something that I love, especially like with all the things since they added everything. And I love usually what I do when I'm playing a game for a long time, a world for a long time in Minecraft, is I try to get every single flower in a good quantity that I can, do floral arrangements, but I am quite scared of going down to a lush cave in hardcore. I'm not gonna front. This is not, I'm just doing digging right now because I'm recording and I don't really know what to do when I talk, but this is very dangerous. I'm actually not gonna go any further. I'm gonna go back up. I have a few roots, which is always nice. It looks good in any garden. Even, I might actually take these roots and put them at the top of my little hobbit hole with the hanging roots item, block, whatever. This might add some detail to show that we are indeed underground, which is obviously very, like, it's not like we're pretending we are not, but with everything, with the way I've set it up, it's not as obvious. And I kind of like the idea that hobbit holes have a lot of greenery in them that's coming on from the outside and stuff like that. Obviously, that's not canon to the Hobbit and anything like that, because everything is very clean and tidy. Well, not necessarily clean and tidy, but definitely not overgrown in the Hobbit or the Lord of the Rings or anything. But I like the idea that there are, maybe, So yeah, I'm also struggling finding sand that's not like on the riverbank, and that would absolutely destroy the scenery and the landscape. But I'm quite scared to go off to the desert right now. Also, these vines, I really like the look of them, but I prefer them when they are contained, so to say, where I can choose where they go. And right now that's not the case. As you can see, it's even covering the freaking door. But to contain these, unfortunately, you need to fight spiders and get string. It's, the easiest way I know to contain them in an aesthetically pleasing way, because you can't see really strings, and they stop from growing because they act as a block. But as you can imagine, in hardcore, I'm not too keen to go on fighting spiders and stuff like that, so I'm kind of just waiting for it to grow, to be overgrown, and I guess until I have at least iron armor, because copper armor is not the best to fight monsters. I have fishing rod, so I've killed a spider, but I need a lot more than 2 strings to contain all of that vegetation, as you can imagine. So yeah, maybe I'm gonna add a mill, like a windmill in the middle of that, some form of what we call them grenier, which they're like things that to store grain silos, but grain silos are a bit more modern in design. Maybe I'll do a modern design grain silo, because this world is not like necessarily fantasy, even though I have a Hobbit hole. As you can see, this is very industrial. So I mean, I don't know if it's very industrial, but it's like you could see that in the 17th century maybe. But the plain stone does give concrete, so I don't know. I'm just fishing right now, but I'm probably gonna stop the video here. I probably will come back with the usual type of video where I just yap at the camera. Well, not at the camera, but in the mic, saying absolute bullshit. This is just a bit of an update, you know. So yeah, see ya!